Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 48, getting close to that day 50. Okay, 22 days left in the challenge, just over 3 weeks officially speaking. And there's still about 5 of you who have not done your third scan. So I'm going to encourage you to get in and get it done. Even if you feel like you didn't make progress, there are some people who felt this way and they made really good progress. So just come on in, deal with reality. Even if you didn't do well, we got to know where you stand. And we got to make that final push towards the end. And look, if you know you haven't done well because you haven't really been following things the last couple of weeks, it's never too late, right? It's never too late. You can make a change today and see substantial change by the end. Okay? So do not give up, right? Do not throw in the towel. All right? Let's just get back to it. You're in this. So okay, let's get to some questions here. What is the easiest way to plan meals? Okay, well, the easiest way to do this, the easiest way is to pre-make food. That's all you have to do. Pre-make your food. So my suggestion is make some carbohydrate-strong foods. What's carbohydrate-strong foods? Some rice. Okay, so make maybe like a pot of jasmine rice. Make sure you have some oatmeal on hand because that's obviously very handy. And you can make things quickly with oatmeal, by the way. Oatmeal does not take long, a couple minutes in the microwave. Or things like yams, potatoes, right? Just have those made and ready to go. All you have to do is heat them up. Again, when it comes to your proteins, you just have to make the meats or the fish or the poultry. Maybe it's hard-boiled eggs, something like that, okay? And just have these on hand and ready to go. It's really just that simple. That's all you have to do, okay? I make a few meals that I really like. Some of it's very basic, right? It's just like I just make chicken breast with seasoning and I just put it in the fridge. And then I have things like jasmine rice. I have baked potato ready to go. Things like that. So this is not hard, even just having fruit on hand, okay? You don't even have to prepare that. Fruit is primarily just pure carbohydrate, okay? So look for the foods that are strong in one area and then just piece them together, right? Cottage cheese and fruit, that's protein strong and carb strong, boom, together, okay? Chicken and rice, okay? Steak, vegetables, and potato, okay? Think basic, and you'll do fine in this, okay? You have to pre-make food, okay? Listen, we are at the easiest point probably ever in history to have food at our disposal, right? To have food ready at our disposal. I mean, for crying out loud, we've got many different food companies out there who are making food in advance for people and delivering it. Okay, and a lot of these food companies will actually make you things like if you just want chicken breast, they'll make it and deliver it to you, or steak or whatever, rice, or they'll do it for you. Okay, it's really, really not that hard, especially when we have things like an oven with a timer and a rice cooker and a deep fryer and all these types of things. Okay, you just have to do it in advance. The thing is you guys ask me questions, but you know the answer to this. Okay, I don't mind you asking me questions like this. Maybe you don't actually know, but I think the majority of you, if not all of you, know the answer to this. You just have to plan it out. Okay? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is, but this requires effort. And why should I have to put in effort? And it's just because, nothing of any great value is going to come easy. Okay? So you have to put some effort in. Okay? You have to try. It is a lifestyle, after all. Okay, best time to do cardio. I've talked about this before. I'm going to say it again in just a very one-word answer. Morning. Morning. Do it in the morning. First thing upon waking, do it in the morning, get it over with. That's my advice to you. That is the best time to do it. Okay? All right. I'm going to read you something somebody wrote here. Name something specific you can improve upon for the following week. Have better form during workouts. I noticed my form hasn't been good, so I will work on this. Okay. I'm really not sure if this is actually a good thing to try to improve. I mean, of course it's something that's good to improve, but I'm saying, like, you know, this is something that it just takes time, and I'm all for you trying to make your form better, and that goes without say. I mean, that should be just the way it is always when you're training. But you know, some of this is, you know, it requires practice. I would rather you guys try to improve upon something that you know you have full control over, right? Like pre-making your food, right? Something that you just have to execute. You know, in this case, it's not necessarily an execution thing. It's like, it's a learning thing, and you can't learn it in 2 minutes. Sometimes it takes, you know, various sessions, weeks, months, or, you know, like I told you guys, I have one example that took me literally 15 years, okay? 15 years for me to learn, 15 years? Well, at least 10, okay, to learn how to do something. To learn how to do a certain movement. Okay, name something specific you need help with. Probably reminders on my form. Okay, for sure. Yeah, you and many other people. That's not meant to be an insult. It's just, it's normal. It's not a bad thing. It's just part of the process. All right, question here. If I am short on specific category of protein, okay, so basically if I'm short on protein and or carbs and or fat by quite a bit each week, how would this affect my results? Okay, if you're short, that means you're less, okay? So you're less, and you're saying quite a bit. That means your calories are well under, and you're already in a caloric deficit daily. So now you're in more of a caloric deficit daily. So what does that mean? It means you're going to lose more mass faster, okay? It means that you have a higher chance of lowering your basal metabolic rate. It means that you're at a higher chance of losing lean muscle mass. It means that you're at a higher chance of decreasing, well, you will decrease your recovery. You will end up using protein for some fuel, okay? That's just what's going to happen. You're going to use lean muscle tissue as fuel. You're going to go through longer periods of soreness, okay? And as a consequence, in the long term, you're going to have less improvement in fat loss. And right away, you're going to have less improvement in your body fat percentage, because your body fat percentage is a ratio of your fat mass to your lean mass. And when you go in too much of a calorie deficit, yes, you lose some fat mass. You probably will lose more fat mass, but you lose more lean mass too. Okay, so like, you know, it's, I've always said this, I don't know if I said it in this challenge, but low calories is like the Grim Reaper disguises your grandma. You think, you know, it's the best solution for you, or maybe you don't, but a lot of people do, but it's not. It's like, in the beginning, you see results, but, you know, you see results on the scale, that is. But in the long term, you just end up screwing yourself. And in the long term, people that do this, they gain more weight. In the long term, people get fatter that follow low-calorie diets. Not some, not most, virtually all, because it's not sustainable. And then they don't know what to do because they're starving, and then they put the calories back in, and then they have lean muscle. They have less lean mass at that time. They have less of a basal metabolic rate. They have a lower basal metabolic rate. They are in a better position to put on body fat, and that's what happens. If you look at yo-yo dieters over time, they just get fatter, okay? And you know what? It's a good time for me to explain. I'm not going to explain this video, but I'm at a good point in the challenge where I should go through this in more detail and explain exactly why this is, okay? And well, I kind of already did, but I guess I would explain it in basically in a full video, okay? That would be the focus, and I'll go through it in detail. Okay, message of the day. So don't do that, by the way, okay? Do not go significantly under your calories. It's not good. All right, it's a simple reminder to you all. What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy, okay? So put in the effort here, especially when it comes to your food prep and your strategizing in terms of how you will get in your macros throughout the day. I still have people saying they're not getting all their macros in. I got some people saying they're starving. But my suggestion to you is this: eat as early in the day as possible if you have a hard time getting in your calories. Okay? Start eating early in the day, especially protein. Your body cannot store protein. Okay? So, it is something that I'm going to suggest that you have in regularly throughout the day. Small amounts throughout the day. Okay? It will help with your recovery. It will help with your lean body mass. In maintaining your lean body mass and helping to build lean body mass. And of course, as I already mentioned, keeping your calories higher is going to help you to utilize or keep the protein for what we want to utilize it for, which is the recovery of your tissues. We don't want to use protein as an energy source. It's a very expensive energy source, okay? What comes easy won't last, and what lasts won't come easy, okay? Just remember that. On this day 48. And I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude. What are we tomorrow? Friday? Friday. Day 49. The end of week 7. 3 more weeks to go. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See ya.